Meta ads have changed in 2026 and beyond, with variety in the ad formats you use for Shopify ad campaigns being one of the main priorities for Meta. Meta want to serve their audience fresh, interesting, and varied content. Therefore, you need to mix up which ad formats you're using for your e-commerce and dropshipping ad campaigns. This is Elliot with Judge.me. I've personally spent over 6 figures on Meta ad campaigns for my own Shopify stores. And in today's video, I'll be going over the best ad formats you can use to create variation in your Meta ad campaigns and start seeing better results, more sales, and more profits. So let's get straight into it. Let's start off by covering what an ad creative format actually is and why it's so important. An ad creative format is simply how you deliver a message about your product and why potential customers should buy it. Think of it as the style in which you present your products to the audience. Let's take these barefoot shoes as an example. The angle we use to market these shoes could be to relieve foot pain, but this could be presented in multiple different ways. A user-generated content testimonial, a VoiceOver explainer video, a founder story about the shoes, a fast B-roll montage, or even just a static image. I'll go over each of these ad formats in more detail in a moment. And this is important because different people respond to different styles of content. Some people trust real customer stories, some need a logical explanation of how the product solves their problems, and others just react to aesthetic visuals. So if you're only using one ad format, you're only speaking to a small percentage of your potential audience. Creative formats are also how you communicate to different audiences without changing your targeting settings in your Meta ad campaigns. The footage, captions, and storytelling inside the ad creative helps Meta understand who the ad is relevant to and who to serve it to. So again, for these barefoot shoes, we could be targeting gardeners, gym goers, or busy parents within our ad creatives while still running a broad targeting campaign. Meta's AI can scrape the ad creative and understand which audience to serve it to, and some ad creative formats will resonate better with certain audiences. That's why testing multiple formats isn't optional with Meta. It's how you reach more potential people with the same product and bring in more sales. So let's look at some ad creative formats you should be using for your own Meta ad campaigns with your e-commerce and dropshipping stores. First up, we have UGC or user-generated content. UGC ads are designed to look like they were made by real customers and not by a brand. Think casual phone footage, someone talking directly to the camera, sharing their experience with a product, almost like a social media post. And that's exactly why they work so well. Let's take a look at a UGC example for the barefoot shoe brand.
So they're super lightweight, like I can't even feel them on my feet. They're waterproof, like the water just drains right out of them. They are bendable, so they're easy to travel with. Plus they like bend to the ground. Like I cannot say enough about these shoes. I'm not even kidding. If you're looking for some really good hiking shoes, everyday wear shoes, like seriously, these are your go-to.
On platforms like Instagram, people scroll past anything that feels too polished or too salesy. UGC blends into the feed because it feels natural, relatable, and authentic. Instead of feeling sold to, the viewer feels like they're watching a real recommendation. UGC is especially powerful for cold audiences who don't know your brand yet because it builds trust quickly. With UGC, you can show real-life use, real results, and real reactions, which lowers skepticism and makes people more willing to keep watching. So if you're just starting out with ads, UGC is often one of the best formats to test first. It stops the scroll, increases watch time, and helps your product feel believable instead of promotional. And if you have multiple creators creating UGC for you, Meta will retarget your audience with different ads. When the audience sees multiple people talking about your product, the product is more likely to resonate with them and pique their interest. You can source UGC on platforms like Fiverr, Collabstar, Billo, and UseClip. The prices will vary depending on the platform and the experience of the creator, but you can get UGC at some reasonable prices even if you're just starting out. Alternatively, you can also film the footage yourself with friends and family if you're on a budget. Next up, we have VoiceOver ads. A VoiceOver ad is where your message is delivered through narration, while the visuals show the product in action. So instead of someone talking directly to the camera, you're guiding the viewer with a clear explanation while they watch product demos, lifestyle clips, or close-ups. Let's take a look at an example.
We're going through a worldwide pandemic right now, and I'm not talking about COVID. Your shoes. Most shoes are stiff, padded, and narrow. They disconnect you from the ground and mess with how your body moves, leading to pain, poor posture, and weak feet. Barefoot shoes bring you back to how you were meant to move. The wide toe box helps with balance, the flexible sole strengthens your arches, and the grounding effect reconnects your body to the earth, the way nature intended. Since switching, my feet feel stronger, my posture's better, and I feel just more connected when I move. Step up for your health. Go barefoot and walk the way your body was designed to.
This creative format is powerful because it gives you full control over the story. You can clearly explain the problem, introduce the solution, and walk the viewer through the benefits of your product step by step, without relying purely on a creator's personality or aesthetics. On platforms like Meta, this works really well for products that need a bit more context to make sense. The visuals keep people engaged, whilst the voiceover educates and builds trust. Voiceover ads are especially strong when your product solves a specific pain point. If someone needs to understand why your product works or how it helps them, this format lets you communicate that clearly without feeling overwhelming. So think of voiceover ads as your explainer format. Less hype, more clarity, and perfect for turning curiosity into understanding. Voiceover ads are fairly easy to create. You can use a tool like 11 Labs to generate voiceovers, and then simply edit your product footage to match the voiceover in a video editing tool like CapCut. Next, we have founder ads. A founder ad is exactly what it sounds like. The person behind the brand speaking directly to the audience. Instead of hiding behind a logo or polished marketing, you're showing the human story behind why the product exists, who it helps, and what makes it different. So let's take a look at an example.
I made this really sick bag collection for my brand Rudiments, and it was all inspired by this brown paper bag. It started off with the lunch bag. My goal was to mimic the traditional brown paper bag and make it something luxury and elevated. Of course, I had to keep the really cool roll top feature, and I had to make sure to add a detachable strap. When you unroll it, you have these magnet closures on all four sides, and these really cool rough edges just like a brown paper bag. Now, because this is more of a fashion statement piece, I decided to line the inside in orange suede, and it features a slip pocket. I know y'all hear those magnets.
This format matters because people connect with people, not brands. When someone sees a real face explaining the mission or sharing a personal story, it instantly makes the business feel more authentic and trustworthy. Founder ads work especially well on Meta because they break the pattern of traditional ads. They feel honest, personal, and hard to ignore, which helps smaller or emerging brands stand out from bigger, more faceless competitors. This format isn't always about hard selling. It's about building credibility and emotional connection over time. That's why founder ads tend to perform really well with warmer audiences or retargeting, where people already know a little bit about your brand and just need a deeper reason to trust you. So if UGC builds relatability and voiceovers build clarity, founder ads build belief in the brand itself. Once again, these are very easy to create because you simply have to film yourself talking about your product. Then you can edit this with some captions using a tool like CapCut. Next up, let's look at music and B-roll montage ads. This format is all about visuals and energy. Instead of heavy talking or explaining, you're showing fast-paced clips of the product, lifestyle moments, and aesthetic shots, usually set to music. It's less about listing features and more about creating a feeling or a vibe around the product, and that's exactly why it works. Let's take a look at an example. On Meta's platforms like Facebook and Instagram, attention is everything. High-energy visuals combined with music can stop the scroll instantly because they look more like entertaining content than traditional advertising. These ads are perfect for showing the product quickly from multiple angles, how it looks, how it fits into someone's lifestyle, and the overall brand aesthetic without needing long explanations. These types of ads are especially powerful for cold traffic, where your goal is reach, awareness, and getting new people interested in your products. Music and B-roll montage ads are great for visually appealing products because they help create a premium perception. Instead of selling just a feature, you're selling a mood, a lifestyle, or an identity. So think of this format as your attention magnet designed to hook people visually and make them curious enough to learn more. It's super easy to create a huge amount of these ads, as you simply need to film engaging footage of your product. This watch brand Pelvini do a really great job of utilizing B-roll montage ads, so check out their ads in the Meta Ads library for inspiration. And finally, we have image ads. Image ads are the simplest ad format you can run. It's just a single static image with strong copy and a clear message. No fancy editing, no long videos, just one powerful visual that communicates the offer instantly. And honestly, they're one of the most underestimated ad formats. I'll leave a few examples on the screen. On Meta, people scroll fast. Sometimes a clean image with bold text can actually stand out more than a busy video because the message is immediate. You can show the product, highlight a key benefit, or push a strong promotion in seconds. Image ads also often come with lower CPMs compared to video. Right now, most advertisers focus heavily on video ads, which means images can sometimes be cheaper simply because there's less competition for them in the ad auction. Image ads work especially well for retargeting and sales campaigns when someone already knows your product and just needs a reminder, a discount, or a clear reason to click. Another big advantage of image ads is how easy they are to produce. You can create a huge volume of image ads quickly just by changing headlines, angles, colors, or product shots. That means you can test lots of ideas fast without needing to film new footage every time. So think of image ads as your rapid testing format. Simple to make, fast to launch, and still incredibly effective when the visual and message are clear. You can use a tool called Creative OS to quickly create image ads. Creative OS creates image ad templates based on image ads that are actually converting, so you can take the guesswork out of what ads to design. Creative OS allows you to import image ad templates into a design tool like Canva and simply drag and drop your product assets into the templates to create brand new image ads. So there you have it. Those are the best ad creative formats to use for your e-commerce and dropshipping meta ad campaigns. If you have enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more dropshipping and e-commerce content. This has been Elliot with Judge.me, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.